Hello everybody and welcome to 7 Days to Die on a same difficulty with Zombies Always Run. I'm an old guy gaming, and I'm back from my business trip last week and ready to get back to a normal schedule. And so I've done a little bit of stuff off camera since the last episode that I recorded where we did a bunch of mining, and I have all of the forges cranking with full stacks of iron. Well, it was full when I put it in originally. And everything's just going full bore, and we still have a little bit of extra iron and a whole bunch of stone and cement and all kinds of good stuff to go there. We're going to have to start putting more clay into the forges as well, because that's starting to get low. Looks like we have some company. There we go. We'll let our shotgun turrets make short work of these guys like they always do. Whoa, that's a little weird. I see that more and more in this game, where the sighting gets off and you have to switch the weapon and then come back to it in order to fix that. So anyway, yeah, so I got all the resources going from our mining in the last episode. So we're doing really well on that. But the plan for this episode is to continue working on the house, the mansion, the house, whatever we decide to call it. Did she just scream? Yeah, she did. So after these pesky zombies decide to quit giving us a hassle here, we'll go ahead and get started on the mansion. I'm really wanting to get this thing done, and so, excuse me, my plan for the next few episodes, if all goes according to plan and real life doesn't throw more wrenches in the works for me like it's been doing lately, I want to really focus on getting this thing done. And so my plan is for the next several episodes to be working pretty much on the mansion. So we're going to have a lot of building episodes coming up, just so we can get this thing knocked out. And there's a lot of stuff yet to do too, in order for me to fully realize my my vision for this estate. We have to finish the mansion and all that entails. So that's the building of it, the decorating of it, that sort of thing. But then I also want to do, work on the grounds too, and, do some landscaping and make everything look really nice, plant some trees, put some flowers in, that sort of thing too, before we really can, kind of rest and say we have accomplished the goal of building this estate. So there's quite a bit left to do. So in this episode today, the plan is going to be for us to build the wraparound porch. I started doing that. Good gravy, these zombies. I just want to make sure there's not a whole bunch of them over here tearing stuff up. My sight's messed up again. Are you dead? I can't even see where my sight is. There it is. Okay. So we're going to work on the wraparound porch today. Sorry about that. Also, just want to kind of let y'all know that, in case you haven't already noticed, that I have a really bad cold right now. So I apologize in advance for sneezing, sniffling, hacking, coughing. I was thinking hacking and coughing at the same time, so it came out hawking. I apologize for that in advance, but it's probably going to happen. Nothing I can do about it, but we'll just work through it. Okay, enough messing around. Let's go ahead and get to work on this porch. Now, as I was saying, I had actually started building it. In fact, I built the whole thing, to be honest with you. Got it all done, and then I was looking at it and go, wait a minute, that's not what I want to do. So I ended up tearing the whole damn thing back down again. I did that off camera, of course. And I'm going to start over with how this is going to build. And so I think what I want to do is I want to build the wraparound porch and then actually continue working on the roof before we concern ourselves too much with the second floor in terms of, building out the rooms and so forth. That way, I kind of get the roof in place and I kind of know a little bit more about how it's all going to come together. And that may affect to some extent, probably not much, but that may affect to some extent, how the upper floor is going to come together too. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started working on that wraparound porch. Now, the plan for this is, well, I guess we'll start in this corner here. So the way this is going to work is we're going to build this post out. Let's see if I can hit it. There we go. I guess there's not much point in doing that since we're going to have to go up a little higher to finish it anyway. So we're going to put this post up here, and I think it needs to go one higher. Is that right? No, I don't think that's right. I think we want it to go to there. All right, so for the first part of this now, we want to use a frame. I have to remember which frame it is. It's actually the ramp tip, if I remember right. Wood frame wedge tip stairs. Okay, let's try just tip. There, wood wedge tip. Now, for some reason, the game doesn't make these as a frame. You just have to make the actual block. And I'm not really sure why that is. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. So that's what we're going to make. Let's just make 10 of these for the moment. And we're going to start with this. And then after that, we want to make the ramp frame, or the wedge frame, which will be the next piece. So let's make 10 of those. And then after that, I think we just use a normal block, and then we wash, rinse, and repeat, depending upon how far up we're going to go. So let's take and put this down. And we want to rotate it like so. Then we want the wedge to be next, and that's going to go like that. And then this, whoops, no, that's not what I want to do. Then this is just a normal block, which I have right here. And then we put another one of these guys in here, like so. And then at that point, you know, we get to where the wall of the next floor will start to go up. And I think that's exactly what we want to have happen. So, here, let me go up a little higher here. Getting a little cold, so we'll put our puffer jacket on. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're shooting for. And so what'll happen is that this wall for the next floor will go up, and then we'll start a new roof up above that, continuing on towards the peak. So I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do with this. So let's go ahead now and start building it out from here, and we'll get this porch finished. So probably at this point we will go ahead and I'll probably do some time lapse and play some music for you guys for part of this, and then for part of it I'll probably just do it off camera. But I'll meet you back here when we pretty much have wrapped all the way around the house, and we finished that part of the wraparound porch. Okay, so see you guys in a little bit. And we're back. Okay, so I have finished the wraparound porch, except for in the front and back section here, the entryway, and where the master bedroom's going to be, because we're going to change that up a little bit. But basically, all the way around the house now, we have the wraparound porch roof finished. And this is what it looks like a little further out. And I think it came together pretty good. So I went all the way around the house and put that in place. And now I think what we're going to do is we're going to work on the entryway and the back section. The idea here is that we're going to create kind of like an A-frame. No, not an A-frame, but an A arch on the roof. And so the one in the front is going to be a little smaller than the one in the rear. Let's actually hold off on this one. Let's do the one in back first, where the master bedroom's going to be. This one's going to be a little bit wider, and I want to put this one in first and just kind of see then, once it's in place, how it might affect, the way the front comes together. So to do this, let's go ahead. I guess we'll put the floor in first. I sure like building in this game. I know I'm sure I've said this before, but just the way you do it, you put the frame down and then you use the nail gun to board it up. Gives you a little bit of a sense of realism. It's just really fun. At least I think so. So that takes care of the floor. Now what I think we'll do is we're going to make ourselves a little bit of a scaffolding out here. Yeah, we'll start right there. And let's take it over to here. And maybe one more higher. And we'll extend that out a little bit. This is, like I said, this is just scaffolding, so this isn't going to be a permanent setup. Just enough for me to get working on this front corner here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These, I think, can come out 6 or 7. What's the SI on this? It is 5 into 48. So yeah, we could actually go 8 out on those. I don't think we actually need to at this point, though. Alright, so the walls in on the upper floor, in general, are going to be 3 high. Except for, like I said, in this master bedroom, we're going to do the A-frame kind of idea. But the other rooms, at least, like the side rooms, the bedrooms, the restroom, that sort of thing, is going to be 3 high on this upper floor. Okay, so did I get that corner in? Yes, I did. Alright, so let's board this up. Now, we're probably going to have like a big, huge window, or windows, on this front face. But I'm not really worried about that right now. We can fix that up later. I just want to get the walls themselves in and kind of get them boarded up, so we get a sense of how it's going to look. And this is all going to be enclosed too. So we'll do this wall as well. Okay, good. Now, what we want to do is, you know what, just for the hell of it, let's go ahead and bring this all the way back to this wall here. Now we're going to start the roof. So I think what I want to do here is I want to put these here. Whoops. Like so. And then same thing over here. All right. Yeah. And then that will have to be a corner piece. But this side, we're going to keep this angle going up this way rather than do a slant go in the other direction. If that doesn't make sense to you, it will in a second. All right. Wood frame inside corner. Is that the one we want for here? I think so. It can be really hard sometimes to see. No, that's not the one we want there. Okay. To see how it comes together when it's in its frame mode. So that's a wood frame inside corner. We want one that's going to be higher. I think it might be this top one here. Let's try that one. Oops. Is that the right angle? I just can't tell. I think it is. Perfect. Okay. Yep. So we'll board those up. And okay, let's jump down here. This is going to be another one of those wedge full corner bottoms. These two here they have the exact same name, so I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on with that, but it can be a little confusing when you're trying to figure this stuff out. All right, is that correct? Yes, it is. And then we'll put these little wedge tip guys. Make sure that's going the right way. There. And there. I like the auto rotate feature. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it works, and it's really actually pretty handy when it does. All right, let's go out onto our scaffolding. And we're going to extend this out one more so we have an overhang. And then what we're going to do now for this part, this is kind of weird. I was messing with this earlier to try and figure out how to handle it, and it's kind of strange. So let's put a normal block here. And let's get up a little higher on our scaffolding too. So what we can put here is this incline, this wood frame wedge incline. It fits really nicely right there, like so, okay? And then we want to, let's see, I think what we want here is another one of these. No, we want that there, and we want a wedge here. Like so. Now, this is where things get a little strange because, let me go down a little bit. I can put one of these here, like so, but I can't put one here. There's no way for me to get this to rotate to fit in that slot. And I was fighting with it earlier, just excuse me, fighting with it earlier, trying to get it to work, and I couldn't get it to work. So I was a little bit puzzled about that, and I came up with a solution to make this work. It's kind of weird, but what I have to do, here, let's get that framed in. What I have to do is I have to take two wedge tips and flip them over. Okay, so that one goes in there, and then this one we have to flip it like that, and then it works. So I don't know, I don't know if that's the best way to do that, but it definitely works. It's just kind of weird, you know, that you have to, on this one, you have to use the tips, whereas this one you can use the thing. It's too bad that they didn't. See, this is wedge frame incline, or frame wedge incline. If we type in wedge incline, see, it only gives us this one here. It doesn't give us like the, you know, the opposite of that, so that we can flip it around, which is kind of a bummer, because otherwise, you know, that I could have used one piece instead of two to fill in the spots. Not that it matters. I mean, you know, wood's real easy to get. Not a huge deal, but it was just kind of weird, because I was trying to figure out, okay, how in the hell do I do that, because it wasn't working right. All right, good. So let's jump back down here, and that, I think, should take care of that corner. Jump back up here for a minute. That's all going to be interior walls there. Oh, you know what? We do have, I guess we have the wrong piece in there again. No, that's too big. That we would use if we were doing, you know, full blocks instead of half blocks. That's the right one. There we go. So it's the wood frame wedge, inside corner, bottom. So the difference is this is the inside, whereas that was the full. So we just have to remember that for next time. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Let's go ahead and end this episode here, and then in the next episode, when I come back, we'll pick up right where we left off, and we'll just keep working on finishing this back part here. Then we'll work on the front part, and we'll see how, you know, that's going to come together. We might have to make a couple of modifications out here if we want that all to be even, but we might not have to. I'm not really sure yet. I'm still making this up as I go, so to speak, because, you know, this is all going to be a wall here, coming along here, with just the continuation of the slope of the roof, you know, going up. So it might be, you know, that once we kind of finish this part of the roof, that this comes, you know, to the peak there, and then it intersects with the other part of the roof. I don't remember what the actual terms for those things are. And then this one we can make according to, you know, just the space we have here without it affecting, because what I'm getting at is, I know I'm thinking a little bit out loud here, I apologize for that, but what I'm getting at is that that's 2 blocks wider on both sides than this, so it can't be, you know, even all the way across with the peak that we're building over here. And I don't know, at this point, I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose, and then go from there. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Take a look in the About section of my channel, and notice that I also stream on Twitch several times a week. And so I'll be glad to have you come out and join me on a live stream so we can interact and chat and have fun doing that as well. And take a look, and you'll see that I also have links for my Discord channel, and you're welcome to come and join us on Discord as well to chat during the day and maybe do some collaboration for some multiplayer, stuff like that. So I guess that's it for this episode, guys, and I'll see you next time around. Bye.